Hello and welcome to Fort Loudoun State Historic Park. Have you ever wondered what life would be like as an 18th century British soldier? Well, today, if you join us for this video, you can find out, where I'll go over what rations a British soldier would receive and what he would do with those rations. You can even follow along and learn a sourdough bread recipe. Thanks for joining. For those of you that aren't familiar with the history of Fort Loudoun, this is a British fort, and it was built during the French and Indian War from 1754 to 1763. Fort Loudoun was built in 1756. Now we're currently sitting in the middle of East Tennessee. Now this might sound a little strange because most of the French and Indian War forts were built in the north. However, there's a very good reason for this. The British had an Indian ally. They were called the Cherokee. And part of their agreement was that the Cherokee warriors would go with the British up north to fight the French. Now, while these Cherokee warriors were gone, their towns were left undefended. The British colony of South Carolina commissioned Fort Loudoun to be built right here, at the edge of the overhill towns of the Cherokee. They also sent their own regiment to garrison the fort. This was the Independent Company of South Carolina. Now there were 90 regular soldiers in this company. When these soldiers garrisoned the fort, they needed to be fed. What they were given were rations. And rations are given to soldiers every week to sustain them, so they don't have to hunt, forage, or grow their own crops. The military will supply it all. These rations were referred to as the sevens. Each week, every soldier would receive a ration of 7 pounds of flour or bread, 7 pounds of beef, 4 ounces of something else to supplement their diet, like peas, or here it was rice. So you can see, an army marches on its stomach. And today, I'm gonna go over the most important fuel for that stomach: bread. Specifically, ammunition bread. Now, ammunition bread was usually made into 5 to 6 pound loaves. Each part of this loaf weighed 1 pound and could be given to a soldier to feed him for the day. Now, this ammunition bread was typically leavened with an old or soured dough. Today, you might see sourdough in the store. It's a similar bread, but we're gonna make our own today. To make this bread, you'll need 4 simple ingredients: flour, salt, water, and a sourdough starter. Come take a look, and I'll show you how to make your sourdough starter. You'll need something to hold it in. You'll need 1 cup of flour and 1 cup of water. After you've mixed the two together, they should look like pancake batter. But wait, you're not done yet. Each day, you have to take half a cup out and put 1/4 a cup of flour and 1/4 a cup of water back in. You're feeding the yeast. If you wanted a pet, here's your chance. After leaving your starter open, uncovered, for about 3 to 5 days, you should start to see bubbles. You could see them sooner, you could see them later, it just depends. After you see bubbles, you can then close your container to make sure you don't get any bad bacteria in your yeast starter. Next, you'll need 2½ cups of flour and 1½ teaspoons of salt. Mix those together, and then you can add in your water. Next, you'll add in half a cup of warm water, and then 1/4 of a cup of your sourdough starter. Next, you can cover your bread and wait for it to double in size. Once it doubles, I like to wait 8 hours, it should look like this. You can knead it too if you would like, or make a no-knead bread. It's up to you. Behind me, you can see my bread oven. I think it's just about ready, and I'll rake the coals all the way to the back and start baking. Now that I've rolled our dough out to the form that I want it, I'll slide it in. And we're ready to bake. All right, so we're done baking now, and you can see how it turned out. It smells delicious, looks delicious. You can really see why this is the British Army's favorite ration. If you'd like to follow along with this bread recipe at home, just make sure you set your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. And let us know if you have any questions. If you like this video, please give us some feedback. If you're on Facebook, leave us a like down below. If you like this interpretive program and you want to see more like it, you can check our upcoming events on either Facebook or our park website. And from everyone at Fort Loudoun, we hope to see you soon. No.